Hey guys, Akimi Honda here with another Hitalia video. Today I have a special fanfiction for you. My friend HPH Canada on Instagram, aka Creamy Maple on YouTube, has asked me to check out her DeviantArt account and read one of her stories. So today we have Music to My Heart, a Prussia x Austria fanfiction. She also told me that her English wasn't too good on these. I mean, cut her a little slack. English isn't her first language. So I've altered the writing just a tiny bit so that I could read it well. It's only a couple words though, don't worry, I didn't change the plot or dialogue. If you want me to read it as is, then let me know. Let's get started. Gilbert sat down on a chair and looked at his best friend. It was music class. Ready for the results? His friend Francis asked him with a smile. France was always very good at music class because he got in touch with all the instruments since childhood. But Gilbert used to be one of the worst students when it comes to music. Results? The albino asked his friend back. While Gilbert said that, the last exam in music class came back to his mind like lightning. I hope I didn't do so bad. Otherwise, Mr. Edelstein will kill me, Gilbert said to his best friend Francis. He tried to make the Prussian think positive by saying, "At least you answered all the questions, didn't you?" How the heck could he believe in him so much? Gil sighed. That's right, he answered all the questions, but he guessed 80% of them had to be wrong. "Oh, here come your crush," Franz said to Gilbert and winked with his eye to him. Gil could feel his blood rushing right into his face. He is not my crush! In front of the class, Mr. Edelstein put his music sheets and tests at the table, and looked around the classroom to get everybody's attention. His glance could be sharp as a knife when he got angry, and as you could read out of his facial expression, he was very angry. "I've got back all of your terrible exams," the Austrian said with a monotonous voice. Everything was silent. The only thing you could hear were his heels of his boots on the floor. The atmosphere was strained and stressed. "Francis, you did a good job. As always, you're the only one I can be proud of," Mr. Edelstein said. Meanwhile, he gave the test back to France. "But Gilbert, you did a bad job. As always. You're one of those that I cannot be proud of," he said, very vain, and looked down to the Prussian in a dominant way. "Stay in class during the break. We have to make some things clear." The Austrian turned around and moved on with giving back the exams. Oh, what did you get?" Francis asked him, excited. Prussia peered at his exam, and he could tell that the Frenchie got an A+. As always. Gilbert started. "I got a F. Again." "Oh, no. I am so sorry, my dear." France tried to let him feel better by giving Gilbert a hug. Francis is a really good friend. He doesn't care about your style, the way you are, sexuality, and other stuff like grades in school. The perfect boy to have as a friend. "Thanks, Francis, but I tried so hard this time." Gilbert looked at his test sadly. He studied so much just for nothing. This exam was his chance to deeply impress his teacher, Roderick. Even though Mr. Edelstein was about 4 to 5 years older than the Prussian, he fell in love with him. Francis is the only one who knows it. It has to be a secret, just like his sexuality. Gilbert was afraid of bullying ever since his brother Ludwig was hit by other people. They started calling him a Nazi. The bell rang. It was finally lunchtime. "Should I wait for you?" Francis said to Gilbert. "Shit, right," the albino whispered. Mr. Edelstein wanted to talk to him during the break. He could feel his hands getting sweaty. "Yes, please wait for me. That would be awesome." "Get out," a voice came from the other side of the room. The two boys turned around and looked into Mr. Edelstein's purple eyes. "But can't I just wait inside?" "I said," Austria growled a bit. "Get out, France." Oui, excuse me, please," the French said and left the classroom quickly. Prussia could feel his own sweat on his forehead. "You wanted to talk to me?" "Yes, Gilbert." The purple eyes of the Austrian teacher let Prussia blush. He made one step forward to the albino. "I know what you think about me, Prussia." What? No! Gilbert wasn't able to move. His body was paralyzed. Prussia could feel Austria's hot breath on his cold lips. Didn't your parents tell you not to lie? Roderick pressed Prussia against the wall. Gilbert looked on the ground. He was ashamed by his own blush. Give your teacher more respect, Prussia. The albino could feel his chin moving up a bit by the hand of his music teacher to look directly into the other's eyes. The red-eyed Prussian had to swallow when he saw how close he was to Roderick. I'm sorry, Austria. Don't call me by my country's name, you fool, Roderick said harshly and pressed him harder up against the wall. I'm sorry, I meant Mr. Edelstein, Gilbert corrected himself quickly. The bell rang again. Lunch was over. Now leave, Austria said and cleaned his glasses, which were a bit blurry because of Gilbert's heavy breathing. Have a nice day, Mr. Edelstein. The albino bowed in front of his teacher and left the classroom with a blush. After school, Francis and Gilbert went out to have a drink together. Tomorrow will be Friday, and both boys thought about what they were going to do on the weekend. So, Francis started and drank a bit from his red wine. What did you and Mr. Edelstein talk about in the classroom? Gilbert choked a bit. Nothing, he said quickly and took a sip from his beer. Nothing? Francis questioned. The Frenchie knew that his friend was lying. We only talked about my bad grade, okay? Gilbert slanged at Franz while he could feel his blush coming back. Francis had to smile. Only about your grade? He teased Prussia a bit and bumped his elbow into the albino's hip. Prussia blushed even more and argued with the fact that Mr. Edelstein and he only talked about how to find a solution for his bad exam. Petite Gil, I know you were in love with our music teacher. You don't have to hide it in front of me, my dear. Franz really tried to cheer his best friend up. Franz also loved to help other people when they have problems or are feeling down. Thanks, Francis. I really appreciate it. Gilbert took another sip from his beer. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to check out her social media. I've linked it for you in the description. I will most definitely read another chapter of this for you. The chapters are just the right length, and honestly, I just want to continue reading. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Gilbert winked with his eye to him. Gilbert. And as you could read out, Mr. Edelstein. Okay, I've been doing this for like 5 minutes. I gotta stop. I haven't even finished the first page of script yet. Stay in class during the break. We have the Austrian turned around and moved on with giving back the Gilbert started. I got an F, again. Gilbert was afraid of bullying ever since his brother Ludwig was hit, Somehow, some kind of name always trips. Oh my god! Prussia could feel Austria. I think I have a cold. My voice is kind of cracky. Roderick pressed Prussia against Prussia. That's how you say it. It's Prussia. What you gonna do with that dessert? Do what, do a dee da dee da, do what, do a dee da dee da, do what, do a dee da dee da. Murder that dance floor, dance floor.